Welcome to Mudding with BEAGS. This is episode 23, and I'm going to show you what the old world really looked like and what they didn't show you in school. And today, speaking of schools, we're going to go to a high school in Northampton, Massachusetts in 1906. And we're going to see Mudflood windows right here on the bottom floor. These are probably going into the ground and they have been changed over. We would have added these stairs. Got a couple hoodlums here and some more hoodlums here. They like to be doing that. Got our uniforms. Anytime you see people wearing the same thing, it's a uniform. And got a diamond symbology with as above, so below, and it's also an 8-point asterisk. Got your cross, your flat plane, your north and south, your X representing your torus. Got some heads here on the end of these pieces of the archway here. These doors were probably really tall at one point. There's that same head. This probably represents the flat earth. A lot of people think it would represent the sun, but I think it's a symbol for flat earth. You can see the ground level is here, and then they've got this dirt here. So if you take away the dirt, the building goes down into the ground. Obviously there's a room under here. Why would you do that? You know, it just doesn't make sense. It's not how you build. Got ivy growing up here, arched windows. These windows are very interesting here. That's something you don't get to see very often. A lot of times you'll see the window, the arched window, but you rarely get to see it open like that. Got a portal that's open. That help with getting the air into the building. Got another portal up here. Probably had a bell in here. Got an ether fence, ether antenna here with a mercury ball. And they throw flags on there to throw you off. Some sort of domey thing here. Got another ether fence here with a fleur-de-lis and a shell, which would be Phoenician. These old school glass telephone pole caps. This represents the torus field. This is a big arch here. So this would have gone into the ground and the door would have been much bigger. You could kind of see how big that door was, but I think that door was much bigger than that. They might have even changed this one from a window and brought the door up. Hard to say there. Got some symbology here. We would have added the crappy writing, which is ridiculous. This looks like a church. Baptist church, maybe. And this door would have probably been as tall as from the ground level here all the way up originally. And we would have cut that in half and added the stairs here. See how the steps just don't jive with that. Doesn't look right. It's just a little off. Can't see a lot more in there. Okay, let's move on. This is 1908 High Street in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Looks like there's a theater here. Wow, that's just beautiful. That is really cool. Very cool. Got your torus field there. Very beautiful design work. It looks like they've added lights here, but I'm not sure that's original. It's like they've changed that. You see these open windows here. This was for ventilation. But what's strange is look at how these big windows are here. It just doesn't make sense why you would put those big windows in there. And then you have to cover them up because the sun's too much and goes in. Just like no planning involved here. Got ventilation into the underground right here. It's probably the box office right here. Eggs 25 cents. Boater hats. Boater hats have an interesting history. That's Boss Man right there. Hitching post. Another hitching post. Lots of arched windows. Got a portal. Pyramid. Beautiful brickwork here. Ether antenna with a crappy flag on it. Diamond symbology. I mean, just those power lines. You got these beautiful buildings, and then we come in and add these crappy power lines. Like, there's no thought to this. It's just adaptation. Beautiful, just beautiful building. I don't know where this town is. I've never heard of it. But it's just beautiful little city. I mean, little town or city. I don't know how big it is. Ether antenna, ether fence right there. Just amazing. This cool old car. What you doing there, fella? Y'all look like you're up to no good. Got pavement light here. And right there. And we've got, let's see, some kind of problem with the brick right here. What's happened here? They had a fire or something. Definitely some sort of damage. Strange. Huh. That's odd. Is that a pulley system? Yeah. Okay, so they're repairing this thing or something. We got a block and tackle or something. Weird. They must have had fire or something here. Something happened right here. Okay. I'm being nosy. Anywho, interesting brickwork there. Wow, that's nice. So it's all facade. All this is brick. Everything's brick. Brick, brick, brick. Antiquitic, a cupola. Looks like a gazebo on top of a building. That's a new one. Got a clock. Could be pavement light right there, but not sure. There's the horse that built America right there. He's at work. Hard to see, but he's there. He's always there, working. This is circa 1922. The Fisk reading machine in the hand of its inventor, Rear Admiral Bradley Fisk. This is some kind of weird thing I ran across. An adventure with a genius. Very strange. As a book in a little tiny reading machine. That is so weird. So, it's a Tartarian Kindle. Anywho. Okay, this is in 1930. I don't even know what to say. This thing's got 3 electrical lines going into it, so at least, I mean, what are we running here? 110 times 3, 330 volts. I mean, does that make sense? That one going over here. I don't know where we're going. Going up. I don't know what the heck's going on this thing. This one's going to this motor. This one's going, looks like over here, maybe already straight in. But then I don't know what the hell's going on here. Got these weird iron doors right here. Then you got dumbass sitting in the box. That's dumbass. And he's got controls. Does he not look scared for his life? He looks like he's about to shit himself. That's just my opinion. I don't know for sure. What the hell's that thing? I don't know. It's just something I ran across. If you know what it is, let me know. This is Detroit 1902, Cadillac Square, and Wayne County Building. There's the man that picks up the horse shit, in case you need to know where he is, in case you're concerned about that. And there is Fred. He's right there at work, backing up to make a delivery, because he, you know, built America. He is the horse that built America. That's his cousin right there. That's a sign of underground right there. See that raised platform? It's very possible that's got pavement light in it. And also it's very probable that's a vault under there. That looks like a coal hole cover there. Got a fire hydrant there. It looks like Boss Man right there. German American Bank. Okay. That makes sense. It's interesting how it's dirty on this side and clean on this side. A lot of these buildings, they had to go in there and scrub because they had some sort of damage on them. Something happened that got these buildings dirty. I don't know what, but it's very interesting. Pyramid symbology there. Pyramid symbology there. Got an underground here. See the iron railing? That's underground. They've got a modified stair going up into here to get up into a higher level here. So this ground level is probably at an angle, even though it's hard to tell. We would have added this fire escape here. Definitely built that. But you got that antenna array right there. Yeah. What's that do? Got their antenna back here. Laurel leaf of control. This would have been original here. This would have been original. This would have been added. All the bullshit from the Civil War. That's all added. That's to fill in the story. Back up the story. They probably took something off these pedestals. These are eagles, but you can swap out them for phoenixes. We definitely built this right here. This is our work. You can see that's definitely quality. Definitely quality. Mr. Contractor built that. Mr. Stick Framer. Yep. I got a big old cannon thing right there. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on there. It might be a water fountain. Not sure. Good gracious, look at that thing. That thing's a monster. Dang. Why would you need this in 1902? Antiquitech up here. Look at the cupola. My goodness. I mean, that's just insanity, man. 1902. Can you build that, Mr. Stick Framer? Send me a quote. Smokestacks that aren't smokestacks. We used them as smokestacks, and you see what happens. You see all the smoke? Those aren't smokestacks. I'm not sure what they are, but they're not smokestacks. We used them as smokestacks because, you know, we're stupid. There's Fred's cousins. They're at work. See, they built this place, you know. Very hard workers, see. They get around. They get it done, man. Ventilation into the underground here and here. Got a coal hole cover here. Got an underground here. Entrance there. And when I say coal hole covers, what's important about that is that means that there's a vault under there. This is hollow underneath the sidewalk. It's called a vault. That's a construction term. Pyramid topology. Etheric fence there. Ether antenna. With the mercury ball. This would be a fire ladder here that we would have added, and you would have been able to hook a hose up to this thing right here. I mean, why would you not incorporate that ladder in a better way or something? I don't know. That's just total crap. Interesting. Got some trolley cars there. This kind of trolley car is so interesting because it's just open. I don't know. It reminds me of Disney World. Okay, moving on. Okay, so for all of you Civil War believers, believing that men stood in a field and fired muskets and cannons at each other one at a time and didn't duck or hide or, you know, stood there and took it like men, you know, because they're brave. Bullshit. When's the last time you knew a man or woman, anybody, human being, that stood there and let another human being fire a gun at them without doing something like ducking or firing back or running or I don't know, charging, doing something? No, this is what they give us. Okay, you want to see a battle photo of the Civil War? Good fucking luck. You ain't gonna find it. There ain't no battle photo. You ain't gonna see no musket balls flying or cannonballs flying or smoke in the air and charging and swords swinging and men fighting and blood splattering. You ain't gonna see it because it ain't there. It don't exist. Could they take a picture then? Well, what is this? Is that a picture of the Civil War era? Huh. It looks like a pretty damn good picture if you ask me. So you're telling me that all the people that went out there on the sidelines and watched the battles, quote unquote, didn't want to take a picture of this? You think a man with a camera in this day and age, any day and age, do you think the paparazzi would sit around and let a battle take place and not take a damn picture of it? You know how much that picture would be worth? Any idea? One effing picture of a Civil War battle. One. You know how much that'd be worth? You're telling me with one asshole with a camera didn't figure out how to hide in the woods and take a picture of the Civil War battle? No. No. They give you this. See that? It's called the hidden hand, people. And I think that's a symbol for the cover-up of the Mudflood. If you imagine that hand is a building and it's going into the mud, and this is your ground level, the jacket, and this dumbass don't know how to do it properly. He's a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. He is a handsome devil right there. You got to give him credit for that. But the truth is, this is just horsing around, man. Do these fellas look like they're about to go off to war to die? Do they look like hardened veterans? No, they look like they came from the bar. Moving on. Indianapolis, 1906. Knights of Pythias. Pythias, however you want to say it, building. Looks like the Flatiron Building. And we got the Popo here. Okay. He's watching this fella who's groveling, saying, please, please, don't make me pay your taxes, man. Please. There's Fred. He's back there doing his job. As always, Fred built this place. Fred is the horse that built America. I think that is Boss Man right there. He's shadowy, but he's Boss Man. That's a cool trolley right there. Operative Department Store. That's interesting. Think about that for a second. Operative Department Store. Ponder on that for a second. Huh. I'll leave you with that. Interesting cupola. Wow, look at the antenna on that sucker, man. They're going to pull in all the ether in the state with that thing. That's insanity. Diamond symbology, big old arch windows. Pyramid symbology. Got a fire hydrant, an underground stairs going down. That's underground. Got another one here. So that's going into an underground area. Pyramid symbology. Looks like they're building something, scaffolding or something inside the building. That's weird. Horsecrap lettering. More horsecrap lettering. We would have added that symbol of the Taurus field right here. Keystone symbology. This thing looks very circuit boardy. Money to loan. I bet you got money to loan. Oh wow. It's a unscrubbed cartouche with maybe a dagger. Hard to tell what the rest of it is. That is a rarity right there. Wow. Super cool. Ether antenna. I think these had something to do with the energy system. This is all facaded. This is a brick building with facade. It looks like a stone building, but it's not. It's facade. It's a covering. It's just a covering. Everything's brick. They put these awnings up here to keep the sun from going in. But you think, I mean, just think about it. You can build this beautiful building, but you can't come up with a better idea for blocking the sun. This is the best horse crap idea you got. Seriously? It's laughable. Absolutely laughable. Laughable. 1912 Halcyon Hotel. Halcyon Hotel. Not spelling that right. Not pronouncing that right. 12th Street and Avenue B in Miami, Florida. So there is a Disney World-ish castle in Miami, Florida in 1912. I did not know that. That's gangster right there. Totally gangster. Okay. Palm trees. Oh, anybody need to see horse poo? There's your horse poo. There's never any horse poo. I don't understand it. Well, sometimes there is. And there's a guy that his job is to clean up the horse poo. I don't know what people don't understand about that. Ask Mr. Foster here. Okay, whatever. Interesting facade work. Looks Moorish with these turrets here. The lights going over here. Those are cool. Beautiful pillars. Representing the tourist field there. Yeah, y'all, this, I just want to put this out there. This right here, this stuff right here, this stuff right here, okay? It's not foam. It was recently put out that is done with foam. This is 1912. I don't think they had fucking foam. And I don't think this building was built in 1912 either. And I don't think it was built when they say it was built either. They sure as hell didn't have no fucking foam. Foam. There's Fred. He's on the job. He is working. He's got him a high-end client today. He's working. He's making that good money. These are ether antennas here. Yep, all over the roof. But those things are filled with mercury. I don't know. Looks like a gazebo. Wonder what the gazebos were for. Okay, this is March 1862 in Manassas, Virginia. Orange and Alexandria Railroad wrecked by retreating Confederates. So the horseshit narrative is going to say that this is a wrecked train by Confederates. And let's see. Okay. That's Boss Man right there. So everything burned. That's Fred. He's on the job of the union today. Got these random trees sticking out of the ground here. It's very odd. So there was a building here or something. Wow, look at the size of that stone right there. That's pretty interesting. Got another chimney here. So I mean, this looks like a dew attack. Very interesting. Not sure what's going on here. This is very odd. Looks like a town there. Look at these trees. Got these trees all over the place they're just sticking up. I mean, are they supposed to be telegraph lines? Maybe. It might be a line right there. That might be what it is. It might be a telegraph line. Hard to tell. I don't know. That's a very strange and odd picture. I don't know. Let's see. What's that? Another one of them posts. Very weird. Okay. And this is 1942 Washington, D.C. Scrap Salvage Campaign Victory Program. So basically, they're trying to get rid of evidence of the old world, I believe is what the scrap iron program was about in World War II. And Agricola Furnace Company. I kind of find it hard to believe that people in this day and age, you know, I know they say they needed metal for the war, but I find it hard to believe that they would scrap out all this old stuff that could be used. So you got the radiation symbol there, which is interesting. All right. Okay, we've got 1943. This is taken in Washington, D.C. A sign outside the National Zoological Park. And I just thought it was kind of funny, or odd, or a little weird. Lost children and articles will be taken to the Lion House. Losses should be reported there. So we'll stick the lost children in the Lion House. Anywho, Mobile, Alabama, 1901, Alabama Medical College. And it's very interesting that we can build a building of this structure, yet we can't pave the road. We don't know how to do that. Fred is over here to the right, and Fred is the horse that built America, in case you didn't know. You can't see him, but he's there. Very hard at work. And I think it's interesting how large this curb is. These children sitting here, the curb is as big as their legs. Well, half their legs. You get the point. But that's really kind of a big thing there. I don't know. Got an infinity symbol, a diamond symbology, as above, so below. Fleur-de-lis. Another fleur-de-lis here. That wrought iron is amazing. Really intricate. That, I mean, that had to be expensive to make that. Got a Mudflood window here, in case you like Mudflood. More Mudflood windows down here. Probably one right there, hard to see. One there. Got two there. One there, one there. And can't see the other side. What you got over here? Oh, we probably built that. Nice stick frame house. Oh yeah, we can stick frame. Yep, we can nail two pieces of wood together. That we can handle. We got a lot of people that can still do that. That's kind of our thing, you know. I guess we can build out of bigger and better things now. Look at the intricacy there. Very interesting. The arched windows. I find it interesting that in this time that they would make a window that's curved. That has to be difficult. I don't know how you cut a curve in a window, but I mean, I would think that back then that would be difficult. But I don't know. I've never cut a curve in a window. Maybe it's easy. Probably is easy. I just don't know. It's probably my ignorance. Anyways. New York, 1905, Coney Island, Luna Park Promenade. And we got a Phoenician ship. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I see the kid from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom here. I bet these were fun to make. Very interesting. I don't think that... I think we added these lights and electric right here on these. It just looks junky. Looks like something that we would do. Looks very... it's really pretty at night, which is the point of the lights. But during the day, it really is very junky. And we're known for crap, like signage like that. So I don't think that that's old world. But I do think Luna Park is old world. These trolley parks, you know, these antennas here, I think they were part of the free energy system. I think maybe they worked to recycle the energy through the system and keep the energy moving and flowing somehow. Just my thoughts. It's like an arc light. That's Boss Man right there. Sea and land. It's cruel what they do to poor elephants. So we have this crazy looking light pole here with a plant on it. Because that makes sense. I mean, it's obvious we added this and this they've destroyed some sort of antiquitech there and taken apart, and it's like they've turned it into a thrift store lamp. Junked it up. So now we're going to let the patrons ride the elephants. Poor elephants. Unbelievable. Another arc light. Got a bunch of them. Ah, what a world. What are you riding there, fella? Does that look like a Tartarian griffin? That fella's riding there? I don't know. Could be a dragon. Hard to tell. I don't know. It's more like a dragon. I don't know. Not sure about that one. Very interesting. Okay. New York, 1905. St. Regis and Gotham hotels. Looking south along 5th Avenue and East 56th Street. And for people that need to see the horse poo, there is the horse poo, and there is some more horse poo. So, you know, that's important. That fella right there he is on the clock. That's a bad little car. I like that. Look at that wrought iron work. Man, oh man. Tell me that don't look like tourist field. That's badass. It looks like a fleur-de-lis right there. Some sort of critter right there. Can't tell exactly what it is. That's interesting. Not sure what's going on with that. Picture's not clear enough. Man, look at the designs on this thing. I mean, that's really quite something. Got shells, Phoenician. Wow, look at that. Got your diamond, your as above, so below. Pyramid. Very antiquitech-y right there. Wow. Fleur-de-lis. Ether fencing right here. Arched windows. There's Fred the horse. He's the one that built America. Because you know, they built all this with horses and carts. Just so you know. One thing they didn't build it with is sticks and nails. This is brick. So, you know, if you're concerned about, you know, stick frame buildings that were built in this time period, well, you know, who cares? They built stick in the old world also. But we can ignore that. Let's just stick with the brick. If you can't comprehend the stick concept, work with the brick. It's a lot simpler to understand. That's cool right there. Man. All this is brick. It's just facaded. It's just covered over. Wow. Shoo. That is something else. Man, you just don't get this quality today. There's a flat earth asterisk right there. Man. Portals all across it. All across the top there. Scrubbed cartouches. Another flat earth asterisk. Scrubbed cartouche. That's a weird antenna right there. That, to me, seems like it might have been us adding it. I just don't think they put antennas off the side of the building. But that's my opinion. So you got two up here that look probably the same as this one if you get up there. I can't see it too good. Wonder what kind of critter that is. It's like a, it might be a shell. It's hard to tell. Man, oh man, that's a bad building. Very antiquitech-y. Big old church. See, I think we did these poles like this off to the side, hanging off at a 45. I just don't think we did that. That's old world. I don't think that's old world. I think that we added that for some, you know, let's, you know, support the flag raising, you know, propaganda. I don't know. It's weird. More antennas. Antennas. Wow, that's a badass light pole. Man, I mean, somebody would have had to have some money to pay for that. What is this fella doing? This guy right here. Look at it. They got a ladder going all the way across here, resting on the staircase. Got a rope going up. What a block and tackle. Oh, I don't know where the hell he's going. Man. Hold on, let me look at the rest of this here. Ooh-wee, look at that. Man. Look at the scale of that thing. Does that make sense? I love how New Yorkers put these fences in front of their house. I mean, they build these elaborate front doors, supposedly, and then put this crap in front of it. I mean, what'd you do? Run out of genius architecture to put... I mean, you can't do better than that? Seriously? You're going to build this, you know, look at the detail on that thing right there. Right? Looking up. Look, I mean, seriously. Oh, good Lord. That's like an Antiquitech orgasm. Good grief. Holy majoli. That thing's badass. Oh, there's another one. Damn. Tartarian lions up here. All across the top. Scrubbed cartouches. Oh, baby. Oh, this is good stuff here. Woo-wee. Man. Oh, man, oh, man. I mean, this can't be America. This got to be Europe. These pictures is labeled wrong. That's it. I figured it out again. Look at this fella. Look at these faces here. This is interesting. I mean, seriously. That's creepy. Is that a person or is that a... I don't know. That's creepy. I mean, seriously, you're going to build this crap fence in front of that. Seriously? Oh, my goodness. I mean, the story just tells itself. Look at those lights. Damn. What a world, man. There's another church. How many churches in there? 1, 2, 3. 3 churches in this one shot. That's crazy. Man, oh man. And yet we can't pave the damn road. Seriously? I just, that dog don't hunt. New York, 1905, Harlem River from High Bridge. View of Harlem River Speedway and Washington Bridge. Okay, so that's the Harlem River and that's the Washington Bridge. Whew, those are big arches. Man, in 1905. Look at the scale. Look at the size of that little sapsucker right there compared to... There's another one. Look at that little tiny fella. That little midget fella. Compared to that monstrosity. I mean, in 1905. The scale doesn't match. That's interesting design work there. Smokestacks in the back that ain't smokestacks. Big old arch windows back there. That is enormous. Arched windows. That's all old world. It's kind of Starfordy looking right there. It's that angled wall. Not saying it is a Starfort, just saying it looks Starfordy. Don't get your britches in a bind. And there is Fred. He's just hanging out. He must be taking a break. You know, he built America and all. There's his cousins. This must be the Speedway. What are they racing? Horses? That's weird. DOS engine and power. Okay. New York yacht launch. Okie dokie. Alrighty. I'm just peeping in on this old world here. See what's going on. See if we can find any clues to what the hell happened in our realm. You just never know where the clues are going to come from. It could be a sign, New Amsterdam. It could be a sign, it could be a building, it could be a person, something they're doing. You get what you ask for. It reminds me of Alex Jones screaming, "This is what you want, this is what you get, this is what you want, this is what you get." Always crack me up. Poor Alex. I don't know what happened to him, man, but after about 2013, he went off the rails. I don't know where he went, but I think they probably got to him, because he was a hell of a researcher up until then, and then he went all squirrely. That is a cool little boat right there. I don't know. Anyways, New York, 1907, interior of St. Patrick's Cathedral. That is just massive. Unbelievable. How could we build this? I don't know. It just doesn't add up. Whoa, mama. I don't even know what's going on there. That's like otherworldly. What in the world, man? Jeez, it gets, oh man, it gets more. Oh man. That's crazy. I mean, seriously, how in the world could we have built this? We're just not that good. I mean, stick frame buildings, you know, putting two sticks together and nailing them together. We can do that. Monkey can do that. You can train a monkey to nail two sticks together. I really think that's possible. I don't see how you can't. Hell, I saw a monkey on YouTube today, and the son of a bitch opened the door for the pizza delivery man, handed him the money, and took the pizza and closed the door back. And you tell me we can't have a monkey build a house, putting two sticks together and nailing them? I'm not putting down, you know, stick framers, not in the least. I'm just saying that compared to building something like this, you're amateurs. Amateurs. Okay? And you know it. I ain't offending you. If you're a stick framer, then you know you ain't building that. You know that. Either that or you're lying to yourself, or lying to people you're telling that you could do this. Which is it? I know you're not telling it right. If you think as a framer, a modern day framer with power tools and air tools and cranes and bobcats and forklifts and concrete trucks, you telling me you could build this? I'm calling you out. You full of shit. New York, 1910, Fifth Avenue building and Broadway on Madison Square. Oh my goodness, they got flags on them. How about that? So they put flags on the Antiquitech poles. Well, they gotta hide them somehow. I mean, they had to explain what they're doing there. You can't just have a big ass pole sitting on top of a roof and not give somebody an explanation for it. They're gonna have questions. At some point, somebody down here is gonna go, look, I know that y'all, you know, maybe built that building, but why did you put those big ass poles on top of the building? They had to put something on them, so they put flags on them. They're too stupid to figure out anything else. If we had had TV at the time, you'd have had antennas on them. You'd have had, your HD antennas on them. Of course, they wouldn't have been HD back then because they decided to give us HD second as opposed to first, seeing as how, they did invent HD first. Interesting. That is a big ass door. Guns and golf. Okay. Guns and golf. So, in New York, how many people are in need of guns and golf? Oh, and fishing tackle. Is that like a common thing? You're sitting in your Manhattan apartment and you think, God, I really would like to go catch some carp today. Got the Hatter. He's mad as a hatter. A cool light pole. Got an eagle. Swap out for the Phoenix. Mudflood windows here, and they put the bars on them. Cover over it. Keep them safe and protected. Wrought iron. What they're doing there, got something going on. There's Fred. I didn't mean to miss you, Fred, but Fred's right there working. Fred's always working. Very, very good horse. He's very loyal. He's very patriotic too. I mean, he did build this place. Antenna, 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 in case you need those. Probably an eagle symbol up there. I mean, just look at all the horse shit writing. Not talking about the horse shit on the ground, people. Talking about the horse shit writing on the building. Okay, let's see. This photo's not clear enough to really get into like I like. That door is just phenomenal. United, okay. See, they create these awnings so that it blocks the sun coming in, but also it takes your eye away from what's really there, so you don't notice that there's this huge door there. Clock. There's one of them touring cars. I think those are interesting. Oh, and for the people that look for the horse shit, there's the horse shit bucket that picks up the horse shit. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. We've got that taken care of. See, this is how they say they delivered. See this right here, this horse, and this horse and cart business, this horse delivering ice. That's how they say they delivered all this. Okay, that's the official story, people, right there. Juxtaposition. Okay, that horse delivered this. Granted, piece by piece. But that's the official story. But that gives you the juxtaposition you need to realize this horse shit. And also that is an obelisk. Yep. So that would be bringing in ether to this whole area. Beautiful. Big old boot. Look at, man, the detail. Look at the detail on the side there. That is interesting. Looks like a gear. That's crazy looking. Man. What a world. We've just been robbed of our history. Everybody calling it his story. I call it the high story. It's a high story. Tall, It's like a tall tale, high story. I don't know. I like to be different. That is just crazy looking right there. That's right. Fencing right there. Another antenna right there. That's just crazy. Looks like they blocked in this door here. And here too. Picture's not really clear enough to give me the detail I need to see things like I like. I don't know, Boss Man's in there somewhere. There's the Popo. Looks like they scratched him out. I don't know what's going on there. Well, I say that's Boss Man right there. Okay. This is New York, 1917. Skyscrapers looking north toward towers of Woolworth and Singer buildings. Just take that in as 1917. That is hard to take in. I just really didn't think that we were this advanced in 1917. Look at the detail on that one. Good grief. Wonder if those are pigeon houses. Got some kind of critter right there. I don't know what those things are. Something going on the roof there. I don't know what they got going. See this down here. This is what I would think of in 1917. This would be my mind over here. I just had no idea really that New York was so big at this time. Those big antennas. Big old truss antennas. That's crazy. Big old ether antenna. Why would you put a flagpole that damn big on top of that roof? Makes zero sense. This world just keeps going up. Look at the detail that high up where you can never see it. You can't see this from down below. Who are you trying to impress with that? It just doesn't make sense. See, we would have added this pipe here as a chimney. Look at that antenna right there. That thing is huge. I mean, that thing is 6 stories tall. I don't even know. That's crazy. Oh, man. Look at the cupola on that thing. And then you got I mean, who's going to go up there and raise a flag? And that's another thing. I mean, how often do you see flags in these pictures? Like here, you got a flag line, but there's never any flags, hardly. It's very, very seldom do you see the flags on the poles. Yeah, I got your pyramid. More pyramids. A tourist field. I mean, just unbelievable for 1917. I mean, I just can't imagine that they did this. Well, I mean, oh my goodness, it just doesn't make any sense. You got a big old church. Graveyard. I wonder if I wonder if they used graveyards in the old world. I don't think they did. They might have had maybe memorial markers, maybe, but I don't think they were stupid enough to bury their dead like we do. It's absolutely ridiculous scam. Absolutely ridiculous. They've really sold us a load of crap, making us buy a box to Tartarian lines there. I do believe, you know, here, buy your pine box, you know, the more elaborate the better. God will prefer the ones in the better boxes. I mean, come on. You know, let your body decompose. You know, your energy is stored in those bones. So your energy can't dissipate back into the earth from which it came. So that energy gets stored in those boxes for indefinitely, I don't even know, a long time. So if you want to be detached from the earth when you die, you definitely don't want to be in a box. Certainly not one of those steel boxes they have today. Definitely, you know, cremation is better, but even still, that's horse shit. Why do they charge you thousands and thousands of dollars to burn your body? Light a match. Get some gasoline, light a match. Do a pyre fire like in India. Yeah, it stinks. Death stinks. Get over it. Anywho. Newport News, Virginia, circa 1905. West Avenue residence. Got the hoodlums here. Make sure they're hoodluming. So I think the homes, the simple stick frame homes, are just as interesting as the buildings. Got your ether antenna right there. It's a fence antenna. Pyramidal shape, ether antenna. Got a portal here. Another ether fence there. Arched windows. That's really cool. I bet that was fun to make. Ooh. I wonder if these homes are still here. That looks like it's brick. Another ether antenna. I think these might have served some purpose too. So that's interesting. November 1st, 1923, dedication, George Washington Masonic Memorial in Alexandria, Virginia. Oh, what's going on here? Creepy. Get them license plates. These are probably the controllers meeting. That's boss man right there. Definite boss man. Looks like they got a bunch of seats set up. That's interesting. A lot of seats. Steam pump. Okay. Have a big wooden truss built with bellows on top. A pulley system. Raising a truss roof. I'm assuming what it looks like. That's in 1923. Wow, that's a hell of a contraption. That's a hell of a way to raise a truss roof. Wow. It makes you think. I did a truss, a steel, a very large steel warehouse this past summer, and it was a job where it got disassembled and reassembled in a different location, and we had trusses this big, and we just raised them with a forklift. We had a big old forklift, massive forklift, and we just raised them up. I don't know, this thing's crazy looking. Look at that right there. That's interesting. I don't know what these people are doing. It's just got a cameraman here. It looks like something's going on down here. Everybody's focused like right here. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like they're laying the cornerstone on something that's already half built, which doesn't make sense. That's interesting how low that goes into the ground right there. I don't know. George Washington Masonic Memorial. I don't remember what memorial this is. That's just an interesting picture. I don't know. This is November 1927. Washington man sleeps in a blanketless bed. I just thought this was comical. Man and his ideas. A blanketless bed. I don't know. I don't have nothing to say about that. Old Orchard, Maine, 1904, Hotel Velvet from Beach. Auto pictures, made and finished in 5 minutes. That's interesting. 3 photos. 25 cents, Postal Photo Studio. Wow, that's a real quick turnaround. 5 minutes. Huh. Lady Zamora. Ooh. Alright. Hot and cold saltwater baths. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow, that'd be a hell of a thing to build right there. Look at that. That's a flag. It just shows you how stupid flags are on poles. They're absolutely ridiculous. They do not like being on poles. So what's the point? Lights on there, 1904. Interesting. Man, that's some nice stick frame. And this is old world, even though it's stick frame. But if it makes you feel better to say, no, we built that, no, we can build stick frame, then, you know, okay, claim this building as your own and explain all the brick buildings to me. Okay, Mr. Stick Framer, come on. We'll wait. You can have every stick frame building on the face of Earth, and it still won't explain any of the brick buildings. And you know it. That's pretty. So in my belief, this building is old world. That's my opinion. But if it makes you feel better to say that we built this, we had the capability to build this, if it will, give you a handicap so that you can feel that you can get in the game, in the ring, then, fine. We'll let you have the stick frame houses and the buildings, and that's okay. You can have all the World's Fairs. Anything made out of sticks. We'll take the brick and you take the sticks. We'll see who wins. Dear Mr. Contractor, did you build the Panama Canal in 1913? Or did you dig it out? This is kind of how I see them coming in and raising the trolley tracks. They come in and use a steam shovel and go through and dig the dirt and dig out the trolley track and then lay it back down behind them. But I don't know. That just looks like miserable work. That dude's definitely miserable. Looks like a guy underneath here. Okay. Philadelphia, 1909, Jefferson Medical College and Hospital, 10th Street. Ladies and gents, tailors, all kinds of repairing suits pressed. Got their antenna. Wow, that's some hella architecture, man. That right there looks like pavement light to me. Hard to tell from the photograph. Same here. I'd have to see it closer. Whoa, mama. Whoa, that's a mean looking dude right there. Wonder what the thing about putting mean looking faces on buildings is. Keystone Pyramid. There's some horse crap we add to the roof. That's definitely our handiwork. Can't you tell the difference? That's juxtaposition right there. Old world versus new. Portals all the way across with lions on the top. Tartaria. More lions. In case you didn't get enough the first time. That's cool, man. And for Tartaria, substitute Old World. Nobody cares about Tartaria, okay? I don't care if it was in Russia or the United States. I don't care if it was China. I don't care if it was Zimbabwe. I don't give a damn. I'm saying Tartaria. And you know I'm talking about the Old World. And if you don't, I'm sorry for you. But I'm not talking about this is Tartaria. I imagine this is a Tartarian building. You know, the United States has buildings all over the world, and they say United States embassies on them. Does that make, Vietnam Tartaria? Or United States? Or, 18 to see, we would have pounded that crap in there, or just pulled this block out and added this. That'd be easy to do. Explain an ether antenna on the top of a building, that's a little harder to do. That's a little harder, definitely. That is a crazy building right there. Very cool. Lot of details, man. That is a very tastefully done building right there. Wow, look at the Mudflood windows. There's some crap we did. Yep. See, that's a grate there, so that definitely goes into the ground. So that's a Mudflood window. That is probably pavement light right there. That is just hard to tell what it is. You know, that could be a grate. It's hard to tell. It actually looks more like a grate than pavement light, but I don't know. It's too hard to tell. Because this is definitely a grate. No question. And it looks just like that. So, but that looks like pavement light. Because it's lighter. I don't know. It's got telltale sign. Even the... You can even see a divide right here and here. I'd say that's pavement light. But hard to tell. Detail on there. Really cool. Yeah, that's a cool building right there. Pretty neat. Alright. Pittsburgh, circa 1910, Wood Street and the Farmers Bank. Germania Savings Bank. Something knocked off there. That's interesting. A modified. That's probably steam. Very interesting. Man, that's a nice building. Johnson Studios. Huh. I wonder what this contraption is. Huh. Laird's Taylor Company shoes. Wow, look at the onion domes back there. Wow. Otis Dunn. Look at the antennas on that sucker. Good gracious. Look at that thing. Dang. Portals. Big old clocks. Antennas, antennas, antennas. Home Trust Building. Okay. First National Bank of Pittsburgh. Okie dokie. That's probably a coal hole cover right there. Yeah, there's another one, there's another one. Yeah, those coal hole covers. So there's a vault under there. There's another one right there. There's the horse shit man, and there's his bucket, in case you need to know where the horse shit gets picked up at. Everybody's wearing their uniform. All the gals got the same uniform on. Look at that spiral staircase. That's cool. Oh, wow, that's badass. Oh, man, you know you'd be freaking dizzy walking down that thing. Oh, heck no. That's interesting. Stores and upper floors to let after extensive remodeling in 1910. Huh. So in 1910, they had already remodeled it. That's weird. That little dude on the side of the building there. Those are interesting. Those look antiquity. Look at those lights. Those are cool. There's Fred. He's on the job. Fred's always building America. You know, he delivered all this stuff, you know. Fred the horse. You know. That's what Fred does. Oh, Tartarian lions, in case you need those. You know, why are they putting so many lions on American buildings? What does the lion have to do with America? When's the last time you saw lions running around in America? Think about that. I can't remember the last time I saw a lion just, you know, barebacking it through the woods or across the plain, across the prairie. I just can't remember the last time I saw a lion out in the open. Out in the... Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Disney World. The Disney... what's it called? Where the Disney area where they have the animals. I saw a lion there. Yep. Well, I mean, he was in a cage, sort of like a habitat, but yeah, he was outside. Lions have nothing to do with America. So explain why there's lions all over these buildings. I bet you think that's a stick frame building, don't you? Nope. A lot of brick. Brick, brick, brick. That's interesting right there. Something massive on top of that building. The antennas. Man, that building's a trip. Why would you need this much space in 1910? What in the world is the plan there? What were you planning on selling to people? Like, is it Palace of Music? I wonder what stores were like back in the old world. Hey, we got a steel frame building. Yep, we know how to build with steel too. Yep, steel and wood. Bricks, not so much. Nope. Now we could build out of brick, but our brick buildings are a little bit different than the old world brick. I saw this video today about Urbex or whatever, saying that they were looking into a school. I think it was in South Carolina. I can't remember where it was. It was an old abandoned school. It was 101 years old, and they were saying that the bricks, supposedly the story goes that they shipped the bricks in from Europe. They shipped the bricks from Europe for an entire brick school building. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Portland, Maine, 1909, Congress Street, south from Market. And there is Fred, always on the job, always trusty. He'll always get the bricks to where it needs to go. The alarm. Okay. Oh, okay, we got the alarm box. City Liquor Agency. Okay. See, we can do crooked phone poles. That's something we're good at. But building big ass brick buildings, not so much. That's not really what we do. No, not in this time frame. Well, I mean, Fred gets the material there, I'm sure. That's what he does. Fred the horse that built America. And that's a big doorway. Man. Cesarian, Oriental Rug. New York Steam Cleaning. Okay, arch windows. Nice cupola. Can you build that with wood? Sure. Sure don't look like foam. Foam. When was foam invented, y'all? Anybody know? Did they have foam in 1909? I'm just saying. Look at these windows here. Totally don't look right. Look at the size of that vase. Jeez. It's an incredible building. Okay. Very interesting. Post and Montgomery Streets, corner of Market. Another view of San Francisco after the devastating earthquake and fire in April 1906, otherwise known as Directed Energy Weapon Attack, or DEW. Saw the same thing in 2001, if you hadn't ever seen it, in person. And that's interesting. Looks like they took something off there, representing the Taurus field there. See the facading. This is all facade. It could be just chipped off the facade, but that is facade. See, the brick, it's a brick building with facade. This is the facade and this is the brick. So the structure is brick. The detail, the decoration with the swastika, because the swastika was very important. Hitler knew how important the symbol of the swastika was, so he stole that symbol. But the swastika is all over the place. It's a very important symbol. Yeah, light. Damn. So this fella's got the blueprints of how they took down the city with the DEW weapons. He's getting away. That's boss man right there. I mean, it just trips me out how these people, supposedly lost everything, yet they're out there sightseeing. I mean, I just don't see that making any damn sense. I mean, they had to hit this thing hard to get this to come down. Because you can't even take a wrecking ball and just knock a wall down in these old world buildings. They're too tough. They're built too well. They're not thin walls. They're thickly built. They're built with better, stronger brick and much better mortar. They're not built like a brick house today. Not at all. They're solid. Look at the solidness of that thing. Man, that thing. I mean, count them bricks, man. I mean, how many bricks could they manufacture at this time in this place? Look at the detail there. Good grief. Wow. I can't read it. I don't know. I can't read it. It's weird. It looks like it's been pushed down with the scalar weapon there. It looks like it's, to me, it looks pushed down. I don't know. And that's what they did with the Twin Towers. They pushed it down with the scalar weapons. And they blew, you know, the steel to get the steel to drop as it was coming down, but to push the building down and to turn it into dust, they used a scalar weapon. Yeah, they pancaked it. they dust pancaked it. I don't know. What a world. Crazy. Okay, sorry, I went too far. And here we got Richmond, Virginia, 1905. They call this is a Japanese palm garden, Jefferson Hotel. A Japanese palm garden. Okay, first off, that's not a palm garden. That's a potted plant. Okay, and not mention a potted plant. It's a few potted plants. It's not even that many, and it sure as hell ain't no Japanese garden. And that right there looks like it's from India. And then turtles, okay, they might be from America. They might be American turtles. And I tell you right now, that pond right there stinks like shit. I know a guy that's got a pond just like that. And he has a lot of trouble keeping it clean. So anyways, diamond symbology right here. Oh, there's your swastika again. There's your tourist field. This is inside of a freaking hotel in 1905. Just amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. Big opening for that window. Wow. I think the temperature was very nice in the olden world. That's interesting symbology right there. So I'm assuming that's Jefferson. Yep, Thomas Jefferson, yep. Okay. Japanese palm garden. I think radiators are old world tech too. There's one there. This symbol you see a lot. I wish I knew what it meant. I do not. Maybe one day I'll find out. I just don't know. This Rochester, New York, circa 1908, Hotel Seneca. There's some pavement light right there and there. This door's been modified, shortened. Phoenician wave right here. Laurel leaf of control, maybe. Trunks and bags. That's weird how they used to travel with trunks. I mean, damn, them things are heavy. I can't see that symbol. A lot of symbols on the side of this building. Maybe we'll be able to see them better this way. Looks like a face. Interesting. So S is for Seneca. Right. Okay, got an ether antenna up there. That reminds me of that reminds me of Mayan architecture. Wow, that's a beautiful building. There's more pavement light right there. There's Fred. He's working with his brother Wilbur today. They have to team up every now and then when it's a big job. Carting around badass elitist. That's boss man right there. Doing the boss manning. Oh, okay, it's an Indian head is what that is. Okay, so that's what's on the other side. So they're attributing this to Indians. Okay. Smelling some horse poo there. Look at the size of that pole. I mean, dang. They're going to make sure they get the ether out of that thing. Lycium. Okay. See, that's the door right there. And this is the door we made to retrofit it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Why would you build this and then do this? Why not make something that it just doesn't make any sense? Seriously, more pavement light right there. It just doesn't make any sense at all. That must be the top of a building. I don't know. That's really, or is it? I don't know what that is. That's weird. I don't know. Look at those houses. Antiquitech up here on the roofs. Okay. San Francisco, 1940. Silas Palmer House, northwest corner of Van Ness and Washington, built circa 1886, destroyed after 1940. Good. I am so glad I got rid of that hunk of crap. I mean, I have never seen such ugly stick framing in my entire life. It's a travesty. Unbelievable. Why would you stick that there? Let's look at this car, because this car is so much more beautiful. That car is actually pretty cool. Anyways, that car is pretty cool. We're not going to look at that old, mean old, hateful looking building with Mudflood, flow here, We'll look at this one with brick and facade and, fire escapes that we had. Let's do that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Everything's on a hill in San Francisco. I wonder why. That's boss lady. She's in charge. Yep, no doubt. I got some cool detail right there. That's really nice work there. I guess we'll just have to look at this building. I mean, this ugly piece of crap house. I'm so glad they tore it down. I can't believe it took them until 1940 to tear it down. Unbelievable. I mean, who was pulling the strings there? It took them so long. I mean, gosh. I mean, you got Mudflood windows sitting right out front where anybody can see. I mean, jeez. I mean, the stick framing is just completely ridiculous. I mean, who would want to look at such just terrible work? I mean, seriously. I mean, I'd rather look at the wrought iron with the, beautiful designs. I mean, it's much better to look at with the fleur-de-lis and the Taurus, field there. I guess we'll have to look at the steps that we added, because the original first floor was probably down here, because this sucker's probably in the mud. And you see how they've got this right here built up. That's probably covering something up there. I do believe it's antiquitech looking right there. All this is hand carved. I mean, seriously. You know, this wasn't done with a table saw and a circular saw and power and air tools. Didn't have a nail gun building this. No. This is 1886. Dear Mr. Contractor, I want you to build me one of these. I want it to be perfect in every way. Don't screw up. You're in a very tight time frame. I don't think you're going to build that in 3 weeks there, buddy. No, it's going to take you a couple more. Just saying. You ain't got the cojones to build that, Mr. Stick Framer. You wouldn't even take on the job to remodel this sucker, to update it, and historically restore it. And you know it. No way. Not unless they paid you millions and millions of dollars. And even then, I doubt most of you have the skill to fuck with that building right there. You ain't got it. Pyramid symbology. I mean, that thing is insane. That is quality work. Beautiful. Every piece is hand cut. Every piece is hand chiseled. You didn't pop this out the steam sawmill. Oh, no. No. They didn't make that out of foam, my buddy. No. That's not foam. That look like foam? Foam. In 1886? You got foam then? Show me the foam. Foam. San Francisco, 1926, Market Street from the Ferry Building. So the Trip Down Market Street movie started up here and came down the street, came down the street, came down the street, came down the street, kept coming down the street, and got to here. And they turned around. And when they turned around, they saw an owl sign right here in the film. And I think it's interesting because today you have owl written right here backwards, which is weird because these signs are forwards. So why is it backwards? I don't know. It's just an anomaly I see. I don't know why. Phoenix. Haha. Very interesting. I mean, does this really look like San Francisco was destroyed? Doesn't look destroyed to me. Cupola, beautiful. That's a big old building right there. Big old archways. The scale of that is incredible. There's a trapdoor going into the underground right there. So all this is hollow. These are coal hole covers. Here. So you got coal hole covers. So that's a vault. There's probably pavement light up here. And pavement light has been confirmed in San Francisco. Got a barber shop which is on the first floor, which is interesting. A lot of times they put them in the basement, which makes no sense. Why would you put a barbershop in the basement where you can't see? Very weird. A lot of trolley track there. It's interesting, they got 2 rail here, and there's a third rail system in San Francisco also. 57, I guess that's Heinz 57. Is that a San Francisco product? I don't know. Okay. San Francisco 1915. Sutro Bass spectators view to small pools. So we're sitting with the spectators. These are the spectators, otherwise known as weirdos, watching the boys in their swim trunks. Okay, so spectators sit around and watch people swim. Bathers not allowed on this platform. Okay, and why do we have stands for sitting? What the hell are y'all watching? More stands. These must be the elite booths up here. And this is a heck of a structure. And this thing's huge. There's the big pool right there. Back in there, you got slides coming down. So you get your jollies on the slide. 4 foot, 3 1/4 feet, 3 1/2 feet, 2 1/2 feet. What kind of damn pool is that? No diving from this railing. Well, that would make sense, but I guess you should tell boys that. Boys will be boys. We can't help it. For ladies only. So we're going to separate the boys from the girls for some reason. Another slide. What the hell are y'all watching? What are these rooms right here? What is it? This is a weird place. Got a bell here. I don't know. That's just weird. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 1901, Board of Trade and Linden Street, completed in 1896. Okay. Big old Ether Tower, Mercury Ball. Wow, look at the detail on that sucker. Man, that tells a story. That's intricate right there. We would have added this wording here. Very cool. These awnings are just, I mean, just totally ugly. I mean, they totally added this. I mean, it's just, I mean, look, I mean, they're not even on every window. It's just like, oh, well, this one annoys me. That one annoys me. Add an awning, add an awning. And they, you know, it's an afterthought. You're going to put this much thought into your building, and then you're going to, as an afterthought, add that crap. You're going to zebra stripe your building after you do that. I mean, come on. Phoenician wave. Scrubbed cartouche. That's some kind of symbology there. I don't know what it means. Got something there. I can't see it too good. Maybe a laurel leaf of control. Look how big those doors are. Friggin' huge, man. There's Fred. He's on the job. As always. You gotta deliver all this material to build this world. You know, this is 1896. You know, well, this isn't this 1901, but this was built in 1896. See, Fred, he comes back and checks on his jobs. That's what it is. This 1901. They still got horses running around. You know, it's crazy. So that's creepy. That's really creepy. Weird. Okay. Oh, that's an Antiquitech back here. Wow. More up here. Fleur de lis. That probably was a portal. Fleur de lis, Antiquitech, ether fencing. That's odd. I don't know what that thing is. Man, there's another one. Reminds me of those baby cages that they had on the outside of the windows. If you've ever seen those are really creepy. Okay. St. Augustine, Florida, 1890s. The Ponce de Leon. This is a famous hotel, and one of the main points of this hotel that I just think is absolutely fascinating is that this hotel is just massive, and in the hotel there is not one bathroom. I mean, just think about that for a bit, and think about that ether antenna right there. What you up there? What you up to on the portal? I mean, this thing is just really antiquitechy. I mean, what's going on there, man? They are pulling in that ether. They are lighting this place up big time. But can you imagine building something this massive? I mean, this is like Versailles, you know. We're going to build a big old palace, but we're not going to put a shitter in it. I mean, it just on face value is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, okay, maybe let's say you didn't have, you know, the technology of plumbing. You're not going to figure out a way of, like, I don't know, putting a poop chute somewhere to where you can drop your shit out the third floor. I mean, what are you going to do? Run up in the middle of the night and run all down the stairs and then run outside and find you a bush, take you a shit? I mean, face value is just fucking ridiculous. Makes no sense. The official story is just absolutely, excuse my, you know, French, but absolutely retarded. It's short bus. You got to ride the short bus to believe this stuff. And that's no offense to mentally challenged people. That's offensive to dumbass people. Cause if you believe you're gonna build this sucker right here and not put a damn bathroom in it on purpose, or you're not gonna think about it, or you're not gonna have any, you know, thought process into making that and putting a fountain out front, which is part of the energy system. I mean, if you're gonna do all that, I mean, seriously, you ain't gonna put a damn bathroom in this thing. Seriously, think about that. Not one person in this whole hotel can take a shit. Not one. Not a single one. Okay? How many people, where are they going to put, is this the bathroom here? Okay, let's say this whole building is the damn bathroom. You're telling me all these people are going to run from over here, okay, over to here and take them a poo. Everybody poos. At least they do in the New World. I think in the old world they didn't need them. That's another topic. What we got going on here? That's interesting. $18.90s. I mean, does that add up to $18.90s to you? $18.90s. That dog don't hunt. Neither's this one. 1938 New York. That's a coal hole cover. I mean, look at the, do these children, no offense to these children, but do those children look like elite children to you? Do they look like they're the Rockefeller kin? No. Does that look like Rockefeller's front porch? Damn right it does. Fleur-de-lis and all. Why do these lower income people need to live in structures with this much detail, paying rent? Rent. These are renters. Their parents are renters. I mean, these people, they ain't got air conditioning. Okay? They don't need a porch like this, a stoop like this, a set of stairs like this. There's zero need. What they need is food. What they need is clothing, education, some money to gamble with, a bike. They don't need that. That dog don't hunt. Mississippi River, 1908, Vicksburg waterfront. I do believe I have gambled at a casino on that waterfront in my younger days. That's wild. Maybe a water tower being built or something. I'm not sure. I remember this little place is it's interesting. It's very hilly. It's got this huge hill throughout town. And Tickwitech right there, up here. Let's see. Train running right on the river. You know, there's the trains and the canals ran together. So there's Fred. He's on the job. He gets to Vicksburg too. He's all over the place. Hello, monster. There you go, Coppola and Tickwitech. That's a big old sucker. Yeah, this hill is just incredible here. I remember thinking when I was in Vicksburg, you know, it was kind of stupid for people to have built on this hill. It's just kind of weird. It's like, didn't make no sense. Thank goodness they had a riverboat I could get on and do some drinking and gambling. Play me some slot machines. That's old. That's some old stuff there. Wow, that's like right out of a Western movie. I think Western movies were propaganda to make people believe in the wow, look at that burned out building. So this could have been taken out during this what they called the Civil War. You know, very possible. It was a lot of the Civil War was a demolition campaign. They were trying to take out the buildings, so they went through and blew a bunch of shit up and demolished a lot of the old world. But yeah, I think that Westerns movies were propaganda. I don't think it happened anything like that. I don't think you had no cowboys and Indians and saloons and ghost towns and shootouts and wide earp and all that shit. It's all crap. It's all Hollywood. I think they wanted to tell a narrative with their Antiquitech antennas up there. And look at the size of that church. Good grief. A lot of antennas. I think they wanted to sell the idea of the Old West, and it was dangerous, and you don't want to go out there because it's too dangerous to be out west and to travel, and you know you got a wagon train it and blah 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 blah. It's all crap. You ever notice how all Western TV shows and movies are exactly the same? It's always the same. I can't stand watching them because they're always the same story. Repackaged, just like country music. It's the same damn song over and over again. Repackaged in the fella's wearing a different hat and a different pair of boots. It's the same story. Over and over and over again. Anyways, that's Vicksburg. This is Washington, D.C. Professor H.E. Burton. And I think that this is old world tech right here. The scale of this thing just, to me, screams that we didn't make it. It doesn't fit. I just don't think that we made this sucker. That's just an opinion. And opinions is like tail holes. We all got one. That's a weird light right there. I've never seen a light like that. Very weird. I've never seen one like that either. That's strange too. Very interesting stuff. I mean, that just doesn't look right to me. This it's like this should raise up, and I could just see a giant just peeking through it. I don't know. Who knows? Washington, D.C., 1914, National Museum flags, the huge American flag, the tattered flag that flew over Fort McHenry, immortalized by the Francis Scott Key in the Star Spangled Banner song. Okay. So this is the horseshit narrative flag, supposedly. I just don't believe it anymore. Sorry. I don't know what you got going in these pictures here. Like a squid hanging in the air. It's odd. Look at the detail on this. Why would you need that much detail inside this room? I mean, what's the point? Seriously. Who the hell y'all trying to impress? I think radiators are old world. I do. Right there. I think that's old world tech right there. I think the steam systems were in place already. Washington, 1920, curb work, car stopped on 14th Street, Northwest streetcar infrastructure. Okay, whatever. Got a pole here that's doing something, I don't know. Got workmen putting in street lights, it looks like. I guess that's what they're building. I mean, this is the technology they're using. Look at that right there. That's the technology these fellas are using in 1920. You know, that's a wheelbarrow. You know, that's their technology. That's Boss Man right there, no doubt. That's coal hole cover there. That's another one right there. That, whew, no, hard to tell. Got underground right here. Mudflood, Mudflood. That's what y'all want, ain't it? Mudflood. Give me Mudflood. I want more. Give me more. Right there. It's right there. Coal hole cover. That right there could be pavement light right there. Hard to tell from the picture. And see, these are crap. This is crap we would have added here. These pieces that come out from the building. Weird, okay. Coca-Cola. Get your cocaine. Get it right here. You can still get your cocaine in your Coca-Cola. Why do you think the recipe for Coca-Cola is so secret? Why would they take out the secret ingredient in Coca-Cola? Why would they take out the ingredient that made Coca-Cola so popular? They just told you they took it out. It's still in there. I mean, seriously. What a world. This BEAGS out.
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.